Everyone, and welcome to our second week in environmental science. This week we'll have more of a typical flow. We just have one module that we're going to focus on. So the week 2 module is looking at matter, energy, and ecosystems. We're going to explore the content of chapter 2 in our textbook. So this content page first lists some learning objectives that relate to the content of chapter 2. I recommend that you take a look at these before you read and after you read. Um, Before you read, taking a look at these concepts can help you sort of focus your reading and make sure you're really understanding the key points. I also have a tab here with words to know. So I recommend that you make flashcards of these terms and study those flashcards before you take the quiz for the week 2 content. There's also just some videos and other learning tools that I've selected to help emphasize maybe some of the tricky parts of chapter 2. This is a video that I made about energy and ecosystems because I know that can be kind of tricky. And then here's some nutrient cycle videos. We're also going to have a class discussion called You Are the Teacher Now, where you're going to select one of the learning objectives from chapter 2 and you're going to find a learning resource. Maybe it's an article, maybe it's a video, maybe it's a simulation, something that you think will help you and your peers really understand that particular learning objective. So please make your initial posts in this discussion on Wednesday. Here's some criteria for your initial posts, and then go back by Saturday at the end of the day and respond to one of your peers. So in addition to the discussion, there is a laboratory in the week 2 module, the chemistry and Excel laboratory. So the chemistry part is going to help reinforce some of what you learned in chapter 2. You're going to use this PhET atom builder simulator to build some atoms, and you're going to answer some questions about those atoms. The second part of this lab is about using Microsoft Excel. So in this part of the lab, you are going to take the data that you collected from your germination experiment. You're going to plug them into an Excel spreadsheet and you're going to create some graphs of the germination and then the average seedling growth that you saw in your experiment that you started in week 1. This is to help you get ready for the lab report. So this activity, the seedling germination and growth activity, is one that's going to be the subject of your first lab report. So in this week's lab, I'm walking you through creating the graphs, which is going to be a big chunk of that lab report. So we're kind of breaking up that first lab report into these little baby steps. As we will do most weeks, you're going to have a practice quiz about the week 2, chapter 2 content. This is to help you get ready for the graded quiz. So the last component of the week 2 module is this 10-point graded quiz. So in summary, this week we're going to dive into chapter 2. The content page will help guide your exploration of that content. This week 2 discussion, we're going to find learning resources for each other that are focused on chapter 2 content. The chemistry and Excel laboratory is going to, the chemistry part is going to help you meet some of the chapter 2 learning objectives. The Excel part is really getting you ready for your first lab report. And then we've got a practice quiz on chapter 2 that should help you get ready for this graded quiz on chapter 2. Okay, so hopefully you're doing well and feeling like you're sort of, keeping up. This is a super fast-paced class. I'm here to help. Our aide, Caitlin French, is also here to help. Please reach out if you need anything.